Welcome to Open the Brain. We are conditioned to be afraid of discomfort. I have a feeling some of you may be thinking, well, doesn't that make sense? Shouldn't we be conditioned that way? And the answer is no, not exactly. Our fears and discomforts, that anxiety that bugs us in the night, that is something that once was a very important evolutionary trait that we had. It was something that let us know when we were in danger. But the problem is that as societies become safer, what worries us has become less and less detrimental to us. But our reactions have remained the same, as we still have the same chemicals in our body giving us the same signals. So, of course, when we have these situations where we miss a test or we forgot to do our homework, we get the discomfort. There's that anxiety that pulls through. Don't be afraid of those kind of feelings. And though a lot of you might be thinking, well, I'm not afraid of that feeling. Think about other discomforts. Recently I was on a Zoom call for a funeral, and it was about 50 people, family and friends of the individual, and it was an uncomfortable situation because I'm not really used to funerals. I went to, I think, 2 in my life before that, and actually went to. This was the first time that it was actually in the format that it was, but I had at a young age seen the coffins or whatever. This wasn't, they weren't showing a casket or a coffin or anything. This wasn't like the funeral aspect. This was like the kind of the remembrance, almost like a memory of who they were celebration kind of thing. But the thing is, what I'm trying to get to is that the discomfort that was felt in that moment was something natural. That was something we're supposed to feel. We are not supposed to fear or avoid these discomforts. We are to confront them so that we can process them and work them through our brains. I actually just remembered, I was watching the news. There was the fires that went through the, I guess it was some kind of a refugee camp in, I think Greece. And there was a guy on the television. He was saying how they were not living in human conditions. They needed beds. They needed all this stuff because all they had were tents and sleeping bags. And the thing is that there are people out there who don't even have access to television, that if they were to be shown this video of a guy saying that he isn't being treated like a human because he doesn't have a bed, they don't even understand what we're talking about because that's just not part of their life. They don't even realize that we think that they might be uncomfortable or that we would be uncomfortable in their situation. I would say in their shoes as a joke, but honestly, they don't even have shoes to be complaining about whether or not they're tied or worried if they're going to trip or not. Think about that. We are afraid of discomfort that in parts of the world are considered luxuries. That suffering you're doing over there today is actually considered a luxury activity for someone in another place. So that's kind of weird, isn't it? But is it weird for us or weird for them? The fact that our discomforts, our complaints stem from things that some parts of the world people are begging for the opportunity to have. And I guess refugees in some cases are begging to have the luxuries that some of us in the first world don't have. I don't have a bed. Really, if this guy's going to complain about needing a bed, let me join him, but I don't want, because honestly, we need to try to be able to get past our discomforts and realize that they're just a part of us, that we can't be trying to fear them or escape them, that getting past them means joining them, means putting them as part of ourselves and no longer saying it's the discomforts. It's us. That's you. You are your discomforts. You are your comforts. You are everything. Don't separate it. This is Open the Brain. Thank you for listening. You can find us on Spotify, Anchor, SoundCloud, YouTube, as well as Instagram. We'll be making 2 new episodes a week, so stay tuned.